All right. Look like we're live. Let me make sure you guys can hear me fine. Make sure I'm looking at the camera the right way. Let's see. All right, we are good to go. Guys, welcome to the Jean Marlo Davis Show. I am Jean Marlo Davis, and we're all about information and inspiration to impact the nation. We want to help you to have total prosperity in every area of your life. That's mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, emotionally, as well as relationship-wise. Now, if you see me do this, go off. That means that there's a camera right here and a camera right here. And I'm trying to get used to all these cameras. I'm learning my angles. I'm learning and I check. And so I just want to let you know we got a lot of stuff going on down here in our office. We're trying something new. Tell me what you like. Do you like the office scene? Do you like the green screen? Which one you like? Tell me what you like and we'll do it for you. Okay, so I want to welcome everybody to the Jean Marlo Davis Show. And today we're going to talk about how to have healthy relationships during this lockdown. I'm going to put my glasses on. And I think it's very important that we talk about this. So before I get started, make sure, guys, you like this page, you share, you subscribe, and while you got a little time, go ahead and start sharing with your friends and your family about this show. Hopefully you can hear me. Bruce, can you hear me? Do I need to move the mic over a little more? We're fine? Okay, great. Okay, all right. Bruce, I think, though, these glasses, can you get that for me, honey? While Bruce work on my glasses, guys, because he, I don't have my contacts in. We all got to go to the dentist, the doctor, all this stuff, right? When this COVID-19 crap is over. This was on my spirit to talk about this. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about. We always talk about finances, we've been talking about mental stress, talking about on the Jean Marlo Davis Show. We've been talking about, money, everything. But also, too, I want to talk about relationships. Can we talk about relationships? A lot of people have been locked down together, quarantined together with their spouses, their, significant others, family members, friends, well, I don't know, just people, right? And a lot of reports are coming out. Thank you, honey. A lot of reports are coming out during this time that people are stressed out because they're quarantined together and relationships, can't go on dates like you used to, can't do all this other stuff because of us being in quarantine. What should we do? Well, first of all, I want to talk about how to have healthy relationships during this lockdown. What we need to do, how we need to do it. And I'm just going to give you some suggestions and things of that nature because I know that it can be really, really hard quarantining with your spouse, your significant other, when you both are working at home and you're sharing a space and you're on top of each other and you're seeing each other every day. Energies are mixing up. You're stressed out. You're like, oh my God. Little things become big things, arguing about little things that are insignificant that blow up into something significant because of the stress, the uncertainty, all this crap that has to go with this COVID-19 lockdown, this quarantine. So we're talking about healthy relationships. What do we need to do? I'm going to give you some suggestions and things that I do, some research that I did, some things that we're doing in our house, Bruce and myself. One thing about my husband, he is over this big project. He's the foreman over this big project. And so he leaves out in the morning. So he's essential. So at least we have that time away from each other. And when we come together, that's when it's like, okay, with me, I always work in the house anyway. And so for my space, it's like more so of, I want to go out. I want to go for a walk. I want to go for a ride. I want to go do something. I want to get out of the house. He's coming home. He wants to eat. He wants to relax. He wants to do that. And so how do we work these dynamics out, man? How do we do this? Especially you're striving to be safe. You're trying to distance yourself. Like they said, this stuff is real. You know, there's a lot of thoughts behind this COVID-19 coronavirus breakout. And it's a whole lot of thoughts. But let me just stay in my lane right now as I talk about having healthy relationships. First thing you got to do, let's talk about first things first. First, take care of yourself. Nurturing your relationship has to start with nurturing yourself. Don't expect your partner to be your sole source of stress relief. You cannot do that. You got to allow yourself, I was talking to my daughter-in-law about this, you got to allow yourself to feel your true feelings, whatever it is. If you're angry, you're disappointed, you're scared, you're nervous, you're all that. You want to feel it. Feel it, because if you bottle it up and you don't address it, guys, it's going to turn into a big explosion. So you want to feel it. You want to have that conversation. What I do is a lot of times when I'm feeling a certain way about what's going on, I stay in prayer, stay in meditation. We pray with our bishop. I stretch. All this stuff. I'm gonna tell you all the things that I do in just a minute. But also communication for me. I am highly up on communication. I like to talk to my husband, express to him how I'm feeling, and ask him how he's feeling, and we pray about it. If I need to cry it out, if I need to whatever, he's there for me. I am a listening ear for him. He's a listening ear for me. Because, for the most part, people that know me know that I'm a strong woman. I'm a strong woman. I'm a mother of 4. I'm a grandma of 2. And I'm really the strength in the family. And the family comes to me for a lot of things. But also, I have to be able to go to somebody to talk to. And of course I talk to God, but also I talk to my husband because he's my best friend. I can talk to him about anything. And a lot of times what we do, we dismiss the husband and wife and we say, let the friends talk. Let us just let the friends talk, because sometimes we get caught up in these titles and we just got to just let each other just breathe, stretch, relax, and take it easy. We're going to get through this all together, right? So allow yourself to feel your true feelings. Emotions will dissipate faster when you are true about how you feel. And I'm very real about how I feel for the moment. Emotions are fleeting too, because also women, we have that special guest that come every month, and she always trying to upset some stuff, ain't she, Brew? We have different phases. We're like the moon. We go through different phases. And you brothers, I love you guys. You got to understand what phase we're in and what you're dealing with your girl. Because, that also, along with that and this COVID-19 madness, and you're hearing new outbreaks and new this and new that, he's dealing with something else. God bless him.
COVID-87?
He's dealing with some stuff. Bless your heart, Bruce. I'm not that bad though, am I, babe? No. See, he said I'm not that bad. I'm not. I don't think so. I think I'm doing really good during this time, because I stayed in prayer. And then on top of it, excuse me, babe, check me out. Makeup check, did they? Something Cam did? Okay. Let me get some water. I just got through eating, so please forgive me, guys. So I'm working at home already, right? I'm doing the work. I think what helps me out a lot, we're talking about how to have healthy relationships during this lockdown. If you just joined us, I am Jean Marlo Davis with the Jean Marlo Davis Show, brought to you every Thursday at 7 p.m. right here on YouTube, youtube.com/Jean Marlo Davis, guys, where we give you information, inspiration to impact the nation, helping you to have total prosperity in every area of your life. So we're talking about how to have healthy relationships during lockdown. And I was talking about, for me, it helps a whole lot because I am working at home. I own a business, own several businesses. I do coaching and mentoring. I'm adding content to our online university. I'm marketing our courses that we have. We sell our courses. And so I stay busy. I keep my calendar busy, and I'm doing 15-minute consults with people who need help. So that keeps me busy, and it makes the day go away faster, right? So by the time Bruce entered home, we're eating dinner, we're talking about our days, we're looking at our calendar, we're doing this and that. And then afterwards, we might go for a nice little walk, or we might go for a nice little ride. We might do something like that. And it makes me feel good because I just have to have that fresh air. So that helps with having a healthy relationship, is identifying what it is that you need, not forcing your partner to be the one to give you everything that you need, because he can't and she can't. You got to do something for yourself. You got to allow yourself to feel everything that you need to feel. You need to be honest with yourself, how you feel about this time right now, which leads me to having a journal. Write that crap down, man, because you just went through some crazy-ish. Like, we jumped into 20. I see somebody had a meme. These memes be cracking me up. You guys are something else. They had a meme where you had Mr. Spark and Captain Kirk jumping into 2020. And then you seen them beaming back to myself. Oh, no. Like, no, take us out of here. Because on the real tip, it has been quite interesting that, all I know, it's like somebody turned a switch. All I know is I celebrated my birthday March the 4th. Everything was good. We was hearing things that going on in China and stuff. And then my daughter celebrated her birthday March the 11th. Everything was good. And then like that weekend, that Sunday, it seemed like everything just locked down. And we start hearing all these outbreaks and all this stuff. And it's just like, whoa, wait a minute. And I remember my husband and I going into Costco shopping. And we were seeing people with masks on. And we were like, we are part of a third world country. Remember we said that, Bruce? It was like this, oh my God, is this real? Are we really going through this? Like, it was very, very interesting to me to see that. And now, hearing the stories, if you don't, I've done a show where I talk about unplugging, how you got to unplug from all this social media, because if you stay on it, I just recently seen one of my favorite actresses of the past, I want to say Debbie Moore, something like that. She was in her car crying about what's going on and the reports and all the other reports that you hear, and black people being shot down and things of that nature. And you're just like, oh my God, like, is it enough? You like, it's like you almost want to turn into the freaking Exorcist, right? So it's very important. You're in a relationship, y'all quarantined together, y'all going through stuff together. It is very important for you to write down how you feeling and not be bottled up with that and then just regurgitate all that onto your boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife or whatever, who your significant other, throwing that stuff up like it's their fault, right? You're nitpicking. You didn't pick your socks up. Can't you just pick your socks up? Oh, you didn't turn the light off. Can't you just turn the light? Okay, so really, you're going to leave the lid up on the toilet, brother? You can't just put the lid down. Oh, okay, so I know you see the toilet tissue right there. You can't put the toilet tissue on the roll. You going to put it on top of it. Oh, okay. So you drunk that out of that cup. You mean to tell me you can't get a little soap and water and wash the cup out? You see... You're going to start going off on everything, taking your frustrations out on them. And instead of saying, honey, dear, My love, I am so stressed right now. And what I need to do right now is I need to take a break, probably from being under you so much right now. I'm going to go in another room. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to sit outside, have me a little wine or coffee, whatever time the day is. And I'm just going to get me a little me. Maybe I need to meditate because I know for me, and I can only talk for me, that prayer and meditation has been so important during this time. Really lining up, asking those questions that I need to talk to in regards to so many things in my life, getting mental clarity, getting understanding, getting knowledge being downloaded to me, God helping me to understand my position and what I'm supposed to be doing in this time and my voice and, different just getting clarity, guys, and going to a whole new level and understanding the reset and what does that reset mean for me and what is it that I'm supposed to be doing in this time. The prayer and meditation, it really, really works for me. And it may work for you or it may not. But what I'm talking about is tonight is how to have healthy relationships during this lockdown and some of the things that you can do. It is a suggestion. It may work or it may not work, but I just know for me that sometimes you got to break away from your spouse. You got to get time. You got to allow them to have that thing that they need to do. Like I remember my oldest son was visiting with me, him and his girlfriend, and they came over and I was watching everybody have an outlet. That's another thing. They was playing their games. My husband was playing his music, into his music, and me, I was on the sofa and I was on my laptop working, and I had to tell myself, Jean, you need an outlet. What are some of the things that you like to do? I like to sing. I like to dance. I like to draw, So I need to get into the things that I need to get into. So I'm not feeling like I don't have a way to download and decompress the stresses of the day and the things that I've been through or whatever I'm dealing with my clients or whatever pop off. So I do not project that on to Bruce or the other people around me. Okay. So move your body. That's the next thing. I just talked about that. I love to dance. I put my music on and I dance and I incorporate the weights and I get a great workout. I'm dropping weight. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good, guys. Feeling good, looking good, So I love to dance. And the endorphins rush you get from exercise can be invaluable for managing stress. The endorphins help you to manage stress. When you're able to put on some music and you just go off to yourself and you just dance for a good 30 minutes, guys, you feel good. You feel lighter. You feel like you just threw the backpack of stress off your back, and you just, and your family can feel it too, because you're not walking around so tensed. I'm talking to those who are quarantining together with their spouses, with their loved ones, with the children, with the husband, with the wife. You've been on lockdown. You're sick and tired of seeing another plate. You're sick and tired of sweeping the floor. You're sick and tired of mopping and cleaning toilets and things of that nature. Right after this broadcast, I'm going to sit down and may have me a little glass of wine or something like that and just sit out and watch the sunset. I mean, why not? And we're coming up on our anniversary May the 30th, and I was talking to Bruce because we thought that we would be able to be on a cruise ship during May the 30th, but that ain't so, because we're not cruising. So we had to come up with some creative things, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. So move your body, seek other sources of connections. You talk to your spouse and everything, but why not reach out to your friends and family members and other people besides your partner? I love talking to my business partners, people that I haven't talked to in a while. I've been catching up with a lot of people that I haven't talked to. I talked to one of my good friends. His name is Charles Patton. He works with Danny Glover. I talked to him the other day. Hadn't talked to him in years. Okay, so catching up with him, catching up with a lot of our friends that I haven't talked to in a long time. And so it's just good to talk to other people, to check in with them. Some of you guys are so cool, classy, and sassy that you getting jiggy with it, and you're zooming with your people. You're doing face to face, FaceTime and other things that you're doing together to talk to other family members and things of that nature and friends. And so that helps a whole lot as well, that maybe what you can't talk to your spouse about, maybe you could talk to your friend about, or whatever, however it is, to relieve stress. We're talking about how to have healthy relationships during this lockdown. Okay? Now, make a plan with your partner. Make a plan with your partner. One thing I would say is, we can plan some things, some creative things to do. Maybe you have a puzzle night. Maybe you create a movie night, where you guys pop some popcorn and you pick a movie and y'all watch movies together. Maybe you guys go for a nice little walk in the neighborhood together. Maybe you guys, we're talking about doing this quarantine, of course. During this lockdown, this quarantine, this COVID-19 mess that we all sick of. We all sick of it. Make a plan. Try to figure out something that you guys can do outside of the house where you still social distancing. Babe, I thought about this. I saw some people doing it. I saw some people climbing Stone Mountain and they posted online. I said, that might be something nice to do. Get up real early in the morning. Not a lot of people climbing the mountain. That you can bet on. That a lot of people are out right now doing that. But that's something totally different. It's open. It's safe. You can practice social distancing, even if you got to put your mask on. Just something just to get out and just clear your mind. So make a plan with your partner, so y'all can do something fun. Maybe y'all can get the calendar out and look at, okay, today is Thursday. What do we have planned this weekend, honey? What can we do outside of what we already been doing during this quarantine? Maybe we can go get in our car and just take a ride somewhere, right? Don't you agree, Bruce?
That'll be good.
That's good. Bruce said that'll be good. Another thing, check in daily to see how your partner is doing. With all the madness that's going on, I ask my husband all the time, how are you doing, honey? How do you feel? What are your thoughts about what's going on? Do you feel a certain way? Is there anything you're going through that you'd like to talk to me about? And then I share with him how I feel, what my thoughts are, what I went through that day, how I'm feeling about certain things. And I love when my husband tells me, babe, listen, I want to make sure that you don't inundate yourself with a bunch of constant negative news. Make sure that you want to be in the know, but don't be where you're so inundated with all this negative news that now it affects your productivity and the dreams and the goals and the things that you're doing this stillness, doing this reset that we have going on during this COVID-19. So talk to your spouse, really talk to them, ask them honestly, and sit there and listen. How are you doing? They say fine. Well, what's fine? How are you doing mentally, spiritually, right now? What are you thinking right now? Are you stressed out? Ask some questions and be really, interested in the answer, not just saying it in passing and then like, oh, okay, and then going about your business. But we want to have healthy relationships during this lockdown and going forward. And the way to do that is most definitely to communicate and be really concerned about your spouse. And, yes, we have strong men, but strong men feel too. They leak red blood as well. So we have to understand that, especially ladies, we know we're super women and we're doing our thing, but have we really talked to our spouses and really ask them, what is it that you're going through? How you feeling, honey? Is there anything I can help you with? Is there anything that you haven't talked to me about that you want to share with me? How are you feeling mentally? Do you feel like you need to talk to anyone besides me? These are real questions, if you want your marriage and your relationship to work, because guys, they said domestic violence have went up 40% during this lockdown. That's crazy as hell. People just fighting and arguing and fussing and I couldn't even imagine. Oh God, no. My husband, no, I can't even deal with a bunch of arguing and fighting and bickering and nitpicking, and I just can't. I can't. Let's get to the real problem, because I know it's not me. So what is the problem? And if it is me, let me know. Be fair and let me know that it's me, so I can work on what I need to work on. But just arguing over foolishness, socks on the floor, dishes in the sink, that's going to always be that. That's going to, let's just face it. Let's just face it. Let's just be honest. You're going to ask for help, but just arguing and fussing and fighting over stuff, that small stuff, is not worth it. So, have the communication, ask the questions. Check in daily on your spouse. Check in daily with them. And right now I'm talking about relationships with your spouse. I already talked about children and things of that nature on another show. But right now I'm talking about who you locked in the house with: your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your lover, your whatever. How y'all, like Wendy say, how you doing? How y'all doing over there? How are you guys doing? And if you're not doing good, then maybe you need to do some of the things that I'm suggesting in this video, right? So be intentional about time spent together. Be intentional about time spent together, but also I'm going to throw in with this, give each other space during the day. Give each other space during the day. I make sure that my husband has his male time and have an interest in. Can I just raise my hand? And there's things that I like to do that he may not have an interest in movies and my little chick flicks that he do not want to watch. So we give each other time. He enjoyed producing his music and doing his stuff, and sometimes I come in and I'll be bobbing with him like, oh yeah, baby, that's nice, I like that. And then I go about my business and do my thing. But then also we are intentional about having time spent, that we say we might do our thing for a certain amount of time, but we have a date. If our date is at 8 o'clock, okay, I see you at 8 o'clock, come down together in the living room or go wherever we're going to go and do whatever we're going to do, and we give each other that time. So be intentional. Set a date. Set a time and date for y'all to do nothing, not be on your cell phone, not be on your laptop, not be on other social media outlets, but to be able to just enjoy each other. And as I'm saying this, it makes me think about, what are you learning during this COVID-19 lockdown? Like, what have you learned about yourself? And then, moreover, what have you learned about your spouse? Do you even like them? Because, some of y'all with people you don't even like. You might love them, but do you like them? Can you communicate without arguing? Do you even get along with each other? Can you stand the sight of them? That's something. Are you parked in? Are you in the driveway and don't want to get out the car when you get off work? What is it? You got to be honest with yourself, because some people have called me, and I'm not lying, and they have said they're arguing more over stuff that don't even make any sense. And I said, well, I understand that you may be stressed, you may be going through some stuff, but I want to make sure that I let people know that I'm not a licensed counselor or anything of that nature, But I always say, here's some suggestions, or maybe go watch this show that I did about that subject. I love doing our shows because we cover a whole lot. I said, go watch that and then tell me if any of that helped. And a lot of times, guys, they hit me back up and say, Gene, that really, really helped a whole lot, because I really haven't addressed how I've been feeling during this lockdown and how everything just changed it. And I saw another meme. I'm on these memes that that somebody created, and it said 2020, and it had the calendar flying away. Like, I had all these plans for 2020, and now it's gone. So, I'm clueless. I just don't know. And that's okay. That's okay. You do what you can, guys. I said, what helps me is I work like I'm going to be here forever and be ready to go tomorrow. I'm working on, my projects that I have. I'm planning my projects out. If it happens, praise God. If it doesn't happen, praise God. You got to be able to be adaptable. That's another class. I'm talking about relationships now. Let me get back onto relationships. Okay, so be creative with your date. Be creative with your date. Your date nights. Be creative with your date nights. I'm excited. We have our anniversary coming up, right, Bruce?
Sure do.
We have our anniversary coming up. Bruce is behind the camera, so y'all don't see him. We have our anniversary coming up. And I'm excited about it because I first thought we was going to be on a cruise ship, and we're not on the cruise ship. So we had to come up with a creative way to celebrate our anniversary, but still feel like it's a date night, still feel I'll be all sexy with it and stuff. So we got a private chef that's going to be coming, right, babe?
Right.
We got a photographer that's going to come and take pictures for our 5th anniversary. We got some nice little sexy stuff going on right here in our beautiful home, and we got some beautiful scenery around our home as well. So we're going to do something real. We're going to get dressed up. We're going to do costume changes. We're going to have a good time. Just going to have a great time. So give each other space be creative with your date nights, okay? Create scenes. Maybe you have movie night. Maybe you cook together. That's something we got to do, baby. Cook some dish together.
Yeah.
So that's something. Visit a museum online together. That's kind of unique. And read together, listen to music together. Just do something creative. Don't keep doing the same thing. Let your imagination be your friend. Let your imagination be your friend, especially during this time. And you'll see that you don't need all that you thought you need. You learn some things like, I really didn't need all that. And you probably save a whole lot of money too, right? So be creative with your date night. Oh, here's a big one. And I'm not going to be really, really long tonight. Guys, if you have any questions, any comments, leave it below. Do you like this show? Are we giving you some good information? What would you like to hear? What would you like for me to cover on the Gene Marlo Davis show? Can you do me a favor and, drop it down in the comments below. I just want you to tell me some things that you would like for me to discuss. What questions do you have? What can we learn together? Hey, drop it down in the comments below so I can make sure I drop it on the next show. Okay. Bars. Okay. That's what my kids say. Bars, Mom. Okay, so last but not least, practice appreciation and gratitude. That's a big one. Appreciation. Do I show you appreciation and gratitude? I do.
Yeah, all the time.
I do. Can you say one of the things, like something that I say to you?
You always tell me how much you appreciate me and everything that I do.
Speak up louder so the people in the classroom can hear. The mic is on. Speak up louder, Bruce. I'll put it your way.
I'm looking at the thing. They can hear me.
They can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You'll make sure to let me know how much you appreciate me and everything that I do. And you always say thank you.
Okay, that's right. I do. Because, it makes people feel good to know that they're appreciated. Yes, your husband if he pays the bills and he's going out there every day, say, honey, I thank you that you put me in this beautiful, fabulous home. Now, if he put you in a shack, I don't know what to say about that. I don't know. Okay? But, I appreciate you doing what you do. I appreciate you opening my door every time we go somewhere. I appreciate you, creating different ways for us to earn money in our sleep. I appreciate you being the producer of the shows and coming up with the intro and the outros and editing the videos and things of that. And I'm just saying some of the stuff I say to my husband. Show appreciate. And he tells me too. Because guys, as a wife, I'm here, I'm working at home. It's a lot. Like I tell Bruce, and he knows this, I always say, I feel like sometimes being a woman, we carry a heavier load than men because we work. And then, we going to beautify the home. We want the home to be clean. We got to have food. We got to take care of the children. We got to take care of him. We got to do all this stuff. And we want to hear appreciation too. We want to hear, thank you for the dinner, honey. Thank you for keeping the house so beautiful. I don't care if I got to hire a maid to do it or somebody else to do it because my schedule is way too intense to sometimes stop and do. Even doing this COVID-19 stuff, I was like, babe, I can't wait for the cleaners to come back. It's a lot of work because I have a lot of projects that I'm working on and I have to schedule in, okay, in this hour, I'm going to do as much as I can in this hour because I got other stuff to do. So when they come, I'm just so grateful and thankful to God for them cleaning as good as they clean. And I tell them, I appreciate them. I'm telling you the truth. I appreciate the lawn guy that's going to be here tomorrow to cut the grass, to keep the yard looking beautified. That me or my husband don't have to go out there together and I'm sneezing like a fool because of these pollen. I'm grateful for that. So practice appreciation and gratitude. How does it make you feel, honey, when I say, I appreciate you?
It makes me feel good.
It makes you feel good?
Yeah,
does it make you want to do more?
Oh, it always makes you want to do more.
Mm-hmm.
If you like, the being told that you're appreciated for what you're doing, you gotta go out there and do more.
You're gonna want to do more. They're gonna want to do more. When you tell somebody you appreciate them and you're grateful for everything they do and you list some of those things, guys, they're gonna want to do more. We're talking about, and we've been talking about for the last 40 minutes. We've been talking about how to have healthy relationships during lockdown. I'm going to go over everything all again, and then I'm going to let you go, my friend. First, take care of yourself. Start with nurturing yourself. Don't expect your partner to be your sole source of stress relief. Allow yourself to feel your true feelings. Cry about it. Walk it out. Talk it out. Pray it out. Fast it out. Meditate it out. When you let the emotions out, guys, emotions will dissipate faster when you are true about how you feel. Have a journal. Put all your pain in there. Spend 5 to 10 minutes a day putting in that journal, honey. How you feeling? What's going on in your mind? Oh my God, what you don't heard. Put those things down. It helps. Meditate. I like to add pray to that too because that helps you in your relationship. A family that prays together, what? Stays together. That's what I heard. Okay? Move your body. I said I love to dance all night. The endorphins help you to manage stress. So put some music on and dance and have a good time. That's another romantic thing to do. Look, babe, you can have salsa night. Get you some salsa music and do some salsa dancing. Even if you're doing it wrong, that's okay. Move your body. That's what you want to do, okay? Seek other sources of connection. Reach out to your other friends, people you haven't talked to in a while. Find out how they doing. Talk to them. Say, hey, look, you good? Really good? Connect to your relatives and different people, just other than your spouse, okay? Make a plan with your partner. Break it down. Make a plan. Look at what we're going to do throughout the week so you guys can get some sense of relief, right? Check in daily to see how your partner is doing. With all the mess that's going on every day, you need to do a checkup every day. How are you doing, honey? How are you doing? And really listen, really engage in the conversation, checking on them. Okay? Be intentional about time spent together. Be intentional. What you want to do, how you want to do it, when you want to do it. Give each other space during the day. If you're quarantining together, don't be up on top of each other. Give each other some space. Maybe you go upstairs, he's downstairs, or vice versa, in a different room. Get one of the empty rooms and make that an office for you, and he has his office. So, you can have fun time. You can knock on the door. Honey. Are you ready to see me now? Come on now. You know what to do. Okay, be creative with your date nights. Create scenes, movie night, cooking together, visiting a museum online together, reading together, praying together, building, your dreams together, writing your goals down together. Last but not least, practice appreciation and gratitude. We've been talking about how to have healthy relationships during this lockdown. Guys, listen. I know this is, oh my God, maybe day 45, day 50 of our lockdown. We're going into almost 2 months of being locked down. Let me tell you something. I was telling my daughter-in-law, I said, I've been working at home for years. Because she was asking me, she was checking in with me, and she was like, how you doing, Mom? And I said, I've been working at home for years. It really didn't bother me, but I didn't think it would bother me a little, but it started to bother me because when I was working at home, I could still easily get in my car. I could go meet somebody for lunch, meet a client for lunch, meet a friend for lunch, go to the mall, grab me a little something, come back to the office, go to the bookstore, sit down, work at the bookstore on my laptop, get a little coffee, go to Starbucks, sit down, do some work there. I could change my office, make my office remote in different places. And now being here, and the most I can do is what? Go for a walk. The drive-through of Starbucks is open. Okay. Go for a drive. Because you won't catch me in no beauty shop, no nail shop, no movies, and no bowling alley. No, you can miss me with it. Turn it. I will not be. So I love myself and those who are quarantining with me. So, but I told her, I said, I'm doing great. I have went through the first 2 weeks. I think I was a little angry, right? Because it was a conscious interrupt that happened. And I was angry, I was frustrated, I was irritated because I had all these plans, and these plans had now been upset. And I was like, okay, now what do we do here? But I thank God, because, I heard everything rise and falls on leadership. I thank God, number one, for the great leadership that I have in this house by the name of Bruce Davis, my husband, because, he helped me, just talk out a lot of stuff. He allowed me to speak out on how I felt and get my emotions. Because I'm a woman, I'm emotional, damn it. And I'm great that I'm a woman. I'm happy that I'm a woman. And that's all I want to be. So let's stop with the women are emotional. Duh. Yes, we are. Come on. So I love that I was able to share with him how I felt, cry and pray with him. And he didn't say, baby, suck it up and did. But he's like, yes, this is a lot. Right, baby? We're like, whoa, like this is a lot. And when you're hearing numbers going up, and then we live in Georgia, and Georgia seems like it's always on the scene with being disobedient, and especially with my family out there, you're just like, I don't want to hear nothing else negative about Georgia. I just don't, just so many different things that we've been going through. And just to be able to have my husband really be my friend, like I told him the other day, I don't even just love you, I like you. I really like you. I said, you cool. My husband cool as hell. He really is. He's like Sunday morning. Easy. That's how so I told him, I said, my husband's easy like Sunday morning. And I said to him, I said, I know you love me. But do you like me? And what do you say, babe?
Yeah, I like you.
You say, yeah. What'd you say? Why you like me, Bruce?
I like everything about you.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. You better stop. The camera's rolling. But, I asked him, and he said, yeah, he likes me. And so, you got to ask these questions, lady. You got to. When I asked, why you like me? He went and told me. But anyway, I don't want to be blushing on the camera. I know I probably am. But, we've been through a lot over these last 2 months. And I pray that you're in a great relationship. I pray that you're in a relationship that you guys can really talk to each other, that you guys are friends, that you don't have to put on airs with one another. It's not a piss contest. You're supposed to be both growing together, learning together. It's supposed to be you two against the world, not you two against each other. I hope that you have someone that you can share your innermost thoughts with. And during this time, these strange, unusual, challenging times, I hope that what I've given you today can help you, that you can go back, if you just joined us, go back and watch the beginning of this broadcast, this episode. Watch it and do some of the things, even if you have to watch a little bit every day, and do some of the exercises, some of the suggestions that I gave. We talked about how to have healthy relationships during this lockdown. The first healthy relationship, I said, is to take care of yourself. You got to make sure that your mind is right. You got to make sure your spirit is right. Your emotions is right, And another thing that I feel that has really, really helped me during this quarantine, besides prayer, because that's obvious, is working out. I work out every day. I put my music on every day, and I incorporate my weights. One day I dance. It might be upper body. Next day might be lower body. Next day just kicking the abs and all that stuff. And I feel great. I feel like I can conquer my day, things of that nature. And guys, it's therapeutic. It's therapeutic for me. So I'm not all over Bruce over some stupid stuff. I'm not jumping into an argument over something stupid, something petty, something that, you shouldn't even be arguing over. Life is just so precious. When I think about the stories, and I don't know why today my lipstick is tripping. But when I think about all the stories out there, and I hear stories of people losing their lives to COVID-19 and just different things, tomorrow's not promised to none of us. Stop sweating the small stuff, guys, because it's all small stuff. Hopefully, being quarantined together, hopefully it's told you a little bit more about yourself, and it's giving you a little bit more insight about your spouse. And you got to ask yourself the tough questions. Am I with the right person? Am I with the right person at the right time doing the right things? You got to ask yourself that. And if you got to think about it over and over and over again and you're unsure, then that should give you some pause. That should make you say, I really need to look deep down into what I'm involved in. Because some people get together just to pay bills. Some people get together and say, oh, you got this, I got this, and let's come together and let's do this. And there's no love. Or you're popular, I'm popular, so boom, let's come together and we can blow up and we look good. You look good, I look good. Let's come together. Let's do all the wrong reasons. And they can't endure the seasons. Okay, because in relationships, you're going to have spring, you're going to have summer, you're going to have winter, you're going to have fall, you're going to have all of it all the time going in rotation. And sometimes you might have summer and winter in the same month. Isn't that right, babe? Sometimes you will, and you got to be able to stand the test of time. It's not all dandelions and rosebuds. It's not. Sometimes it's unicorn and butterflies and honey bees and all that. And then sometimes it can be the frozen princess waiting for you when you step outside the door. You just don't know. But hopefully you are learning a little bit more about yourself, and hopefully you're learning a little bit more about your spouse, and hopefully you can identify what's good for you and what's not, and make the choice. Don't just be with somebody just to be with somebody, or to have somebody that you can just have sex with because of your emotions and you're in need of, you got an itch that need to be scratched. Now, you looking at where you want to go in your life, what you want. Do you guys share the same dreams, same goals, things of that nature? Can you build together? Does this person bring you joy and happiness and love? Can y'all laugh? Me and my husband, we laugh all the gosh darn time. And then, it's funny because I said God has a sense of humor, because I'm a numbers person. I deal with numbers, and he's very analytical. Very, 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 okay. Very analytical. And sometimes that could get on my nerves. And I be telling him sometimes, I say, I love you so much, Bruce, but sometimes, man, you work them nerves. And he's like, why I'm working the nerve? I said, you are. But I thank God that we have a great relationship, and we're constantly building each other up. And so, and we have a lot of work to do. I mean, we're babies in this thing. We'll be 5 years, May the 30th. Congratulations, Bruce.
Congratulations.
Thank you. 5 years. And so, and hopefully God bless us with many, many, many more. So guys, I just want to say thank you. I'm sorry I don't know. I feel like I've been a little dehydrated lately, and like the sides of get dry. But I just want to say thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. You've been watching the Jean Marlo Davis Show every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's about information and inspiration to impact the nation. It's about helping you have total prosperity in every area of your life. What is that, you ask? Mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, emotionally, and relationship wise. We're going to address all those topics. And today we talked about how to have healthy relationships during this lockdown, so you're not over there choking each other out and stressed out and tearing down your relationship instead of building it up. I hope the tips that I gave you is something that you will consider and something that you will implement. And then I want to hear from you. I want to hear that the information that I gave you, was it helpful? Leave a comment below. If you watch the replay, put hashtag replay, and please comment and let me know what you think. And also, please let me know, what would you like for us to talk about? What questions do you have that you would like for us to address on the Jean Marlo Davis Show? But also, don't forget, every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is Money Madness with yours truly, Jean Marlo Davis. Is about how to make money, how to keep money, how to grow money, how to protect money. It's all about what? Your money. Every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, it's been such a pleasure. Now it's time for me to spend some time with my honey bunches, my AKA Bruce Davis. And I just pray that you guys have a great weekend. Do some of the things I suggested. Have your little date night. Be creative. Be appreciative. Tell your partner what you appreciate them about. Be grateful and thankful, because you have them, right? And hopefully they're great partners. With that being said, my name is Jean Marlo Davis. I am a wealth creator. You're a wealth creator too. And you can have, do anything. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell, baby, so you can get all the awesome updates. Thank you for watching. God bless, and I'll see you soon. Take care.